Alright guys, I'm back today with another Amazon deal video, and this one is packed full of deals because I've been hunting Amazon this week, trying to find a lot of limited time deals, discount codes, and specific opportunities to save money. And on top of that, companies have actually been reaching out to me wanting to get into this new video series that I'm doing. So I use that as an opportunity to really negotiate some like rock bottom prices and great deals so you guys can save a ton of money. Now, if you're not subscribed to the channel, definitely do so. It helps out a ton. Hit that like button and just throw a comment down there. It could literally be gibberish, but just get a comment down there to help feed this into the algorithm. I greatly appreciate it. Now, today's first deals is actually also the channel sponsor, CVLife, and they're like one of the OGs of the original budget bipod that was found on Amazon, and they've really expanded their lineup. Their products go back years and years on Amazon. Now, they've been releasing a new bipod series that I've really fallen in love with in a wide variety of platforms. Now, my favorite hands down is the traditional connection point for the traditional bipod or sling swivel stud that they offer, but they also offer the pick rail version that you see here, as well as an M rail version or an M lock rail version, and both of those are going to be a really good discount of about 30% off. Now, after those discounts, they hover right around $35 depending on the model you select, which is a great value for what you're getting. Now, these do have metal internal legs and polymer external legs, rubberized pads on the bottom so they don't slide around, and they do lock up rock solid on the bottom. Now, one thing to note about the M-Lock version and the pick rail versions is I had one actually ship where the legs were a little bit loose, so as I was shooting, they were slowly dropping down. These do have a little detent in there to kind of hold them into place. All you got to do is tighten up that screw, and then they don't flop around. They stay rock solid. But just a little side note on these guys. I've actually been using these now for a very long time on about 6 or 7 setups, and they've been holding up great. You can also adjust them left and right, and they've got a lot of nice options. And again, 2 different mounting solutions. All of the info, linking, and discounts will be in the description below. On top of that, for the specific deal videos, CVLife dropped the prices across their entire first focal plane lineup of scopes, including the 4-16, the 5-25, and the 6-24. Now, these generally sell for right around $220 to $270, and sometimes up to $299, depending on the variations you select, like the $299 when it comes to the 6-24 with the 34mm lens system, or 34mm tube system with a 50mm objective lens. Sorry, I got a little confused there. Now, the 4-16 is actually going to be on sale after all of the applicable discounts to about $161 for a first focal plane optic, flip out lens covers, and rings in the box. Now, for me, this is where I really want to focus in on the 5-25. That's what's on top right here. Now, the 5-25 is an amazing option because it's one of the most versatile options out there. The 5 power gives you a wide field of view when you're scanning across a field, and then you can zoom into the 25 power setting, which is again better than the 6-24. So it's just overall great. Also, they've updated the reticle selection in the 5-25 to be one of the most usable reticles of the entire lineup, whether it's the 4-16, 5-25, or 6-24. Now, with all they're on sale, the 5-25 is actually going to be $168 after all of the discounts. So in my opinion, this is the absolute best value possible. Now, the 6-24 is also great, and so is the 4-16, but the 5-25 I think is like the king of their lineup, and that is one of the best prices I've ever seen on a 5-25 first focal plane optic, with the glass clarity, the builds quality, as well as the zero stop and reticle selection. This is just a solid option. Again, all of the information and linking will be in the description below, and a thanks to CVLife for sponsoring this video. Now, moving on to another optic, and probably one of my favorite high value and budget prism, magnified prism optics on the market at this point in time. This is the brand new Monstrum Ruckus 4X, and it is killing it when it comes to specs and features, and I can't stress that enough. One of the main things is the updated housing with the protective hood over the front, the amazing glass clarity for a 4X prism optic of this price range, which is generally $110. Now, they've created a 20% off discount code that drops the price down to $87.99 with free prime shipping, so sub $100. This also has their new updated reticle selection with the chevron aiming point, which is infinitely better than anything I've seen in this price category. The chevron aiming tip is just where it's at when it comes to prism optics, in my opinion. It gives you that infinity aiming point at the top. Also, the other cool thing is this now has shake awake technology. So when you pick it up, it automatically turns on, or motion activate, or whatever they're calling it nowadays. So as soon as you pick it up, it works out great. And this also saves battery life. Now, this gets fairly bright, definitely bright enough to utilize inside the home, dusk, and twilight hunting applications, but not quite bright enough for like a bright sunny day outside. But the cool thing is you turn off that illumination and you use that etched reticle to engage your target perfectly in bright lighting conditions, making this great in every application. Chevron aiming point, waterproof rating, durable housing, great proven track record on the channel in a wide variety of configurations. I mean, the list goes on, and the fact that it's sub $100 right now is an amazing opportunity to grab that for a discount. Switching gears a little bit, I do want to talk about a ThruNite deal that I saw. Now, ThruNite sends lights to me occasionally on the channel. These guys are a cool company, and they've really actually become my favorite EDC, like this particular one right here, the ThruNite Archer Mini. Now, you can look up all the specs and features online, but in a nutshell, this can put out 405 lumens, and look how small it is. This thing can get blinding and light up a whole room. It's also USB-C rechargeable, which is incredibly convenient, and it's also incredibly lightweight and easy to use. It also has a double reversible pocket clip to clip this onto the bill of your hat or the brim of your hat and utilize it as a headlamp while you're walking around. You can single click it to turn it on to low mode, or you can double click it to turn it on to high. And this is just a great lightweight EDC light that's been with me in my pocket now for well over a year on most days. This is just a light I carry, whether I'm going to look inside the engine wheel of my car or work something at work when I was previously working my day job. And now if I'm inspecting the bore of a rifle or something like that, this is just a great option for every single scenario. These generally sell for right at about 20 bucks. They're on sale for 15% off for $16.99. Now, they have been this price in past months, but that sale goes away, I believe, when stock runs low. I've seen that they're actually back on sale right now for $16.99, which is the cheapest I've seen them in a very long time, probably since Black Friday. So again, they hit that $16.99 price point every once in a while, but just a solid lighting option for whatever situation you can think of. And speaking of other lighting options, this is one that I've been using a lot on the channel, and I want to discuss it again. I called this the best kept weapons light secret on Amazon. Now, there's a ton of variations of this, and they utilize the Scout mounting system, and they all utilize this universal pressure switch and option. So you can swap these out for a wide variety of different things. Now, the cool thing about these is they go anywhere from $26 up to about $36, depending on the configuration, mounting, and pressure switch options that you can think of. And now I've really put these to the test on the channel for that initial review because I thought it was just too good to be true. But it's not. It works, and it works out well. Is it going to be the brightest light on the market? No. Is it going to be the most durable light on the market? No, but they have held up incredibly well on every single platform I've used, and they all just work, and it's great that they're interchangeable with the Scout mounting solution, so you can mount them however you want. Some of them also now include this guy right here, which is the pressure switch pick rail mount on the top of that pick rail that you can see right here, and it just is so incredibly convenient. I have well over 2,000 rounds through a lot of these lights, not on one particular light, on multiple versions of different lights, but they're all similar in platform, right at about 2,000 rounds without a single failure, and all of them are actually running off the initial batteries. To swap out the batteries, you actually need to remove the head. Just a side note there, some people get a little bit confused. And one of the last deals I want to talk about on Amazon before we get to the bonus deals at the end of this video is the Walker Razor Slim earmuffs. These are electronic earmuffs, and they actually went on sale for Amazon's Big Prime Spring Sale. And those were some of the cheapest prices I've seen on electronic hearing protection from a name brand company in an incredibly long time. Well, those deals and sales dried up, but for some reason there's a few color variations that are now 54% off, back down to $31.96 with free Prime shipping. Those favorites will be linked in the description below. These are just good, solid ear protection for the money, and I like keeping extra ear protection in each of my cars. You never know when you'll end up at a range, or you'll never know when you need them, so it's nice to have them in a couple range bags, keep them in the garage. I just like utilizing them, and this is a great affordable option, especially with those discounts. Now, I talked about some bonus deals. There will be some bonus deals in the description below that I'm not going to mention because they're not on Amazon. There's some secret bonus deals. We'll put them down there, or we'll put them on the 704 Tactical Campsite, which is an aggregate site of all the best info I find online. So I hope you guys liked the video. I hope it gives you a ton of information. And remember, leave a ton of comments in the comment section below. Just pound it with comments. I want to see if this helps out with the algorithm. I'd greatly appreciate it. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.